right, this next product is definitely something that I need, and I know you're gonna want it as well. It's called our Picture Keeper. And it's one of those things that a lot of us don't really think about backing up our memories. Backing up, I wish I could have this for my brain, right? But a lot of us, when it comes to our photos, our videos, our music, our documents that are on our computers, and what happens if your computer was to be stolen? What happens if the hard drive was to crash or to burn out? And then all of a sudden you take it to someone to help you and you go, okay, well, I have pictures of my kids, of my grandparents, of my family.
Devastating.
Can you save them? And you wait, and they're like, no, did you back them up? That's the first question they always ask.
Say that, don't they?
Always ask you, did you back them up? No, I'm sorry, you're out of luck. Don't let that be you. You get the Picture Keeper. Lori Leland is joining us. I'm your host, Robin. If you're just tuning in this morning, welcome on in. This is kind of like the download on electronics. So we're gonna break everything down for you. But the Picture Keeper, Lori, is really simply plugging and playing.
It really is. And this is an essential for any Mac or PC user. This is gonna work to back up every single computer in your entire family, in your entire household. This is called the Picture Keeper Pro. So this is the latest version from Picture Keeper, a wildly popular company here at HSN that allows us to back up and safekeep our precious memories and also share them, migrate them to brand new computers. So without downloading any software at all whatsoever, you're gonna be able to literally plug and play this sleek drive, and it's going to offer for you a terabyte of space. That is 1,000 gigabytes. And this is gonna go to work, and you can see it's happening right on your screen. It is gonna go to work to automatically seek out and find for you all of your pictures, all of your videos, all of your documents, all of your music. And I just wanna show you the interface. So you plug it in, you just double click. There's nothing extra to do. It's a 3-step process. Plug it in, let it back up while you have a nice cup of coffee or you relax and enjoy yourself, and then unplug it. That is literally all there is to it. So you're not installing any software at all.
I don't have to go and search and find.
You don't have to do anything. You plug it in.
That's it. This is for me.
Yep, me too. That's the extent of my exertion on this because I really want it to be simple, and this is so simple. So all you're doing is you're clicking what you want to back up. Do you want to do your photos? Do you want to do your videos? Do you want to do your documents? Do you want to do your music? Do you want to do Facebook? So all of your pictures on Facebook, do you want to do the attachments in your email? And by the way, if you happen to have gotten an email with a picture, and you've also downloaded it on your computer, so it's in 2 different places, your Picture Keeper Pro is so smart, it will only download the file one time.
So it won't repeat it.
It won't repeat, so no duplicates are backed up. And then you can back up your computer once a week, once a month, whenever you want, and you have this sleek, beautiful, easy device now that you could put in a safe deposit box. If you're dealing with a natural disaster, you can grab and go. I mean, this is brilliant, but you said it. What happens if your computer breaks and it's irreparable and you lose all of your pictures that you've been storing and maybe migrating over from old computers to the one you have now for years? Maybe you have tens of thousands of photos. Do you know this terabyte drive will hold about 320,000 photos? Do you realize with what you're paying here today, you're backing up those photos at pennies per photo? And you can back up every computer in the house, Mac and PC, and it keeps everything separate in their own little files.
Typically, a lot of these, you have one or the other, but to be able to have Mac and PC.
And no dragging and dropping, no software to install.
No software.
Really easy. So let me show you, here's the easy little interface. If you want to see the various computers you backed up, again, it keeps everything separate. So I've backed up a MacBook and I've backed up 2 laptops. Those are all right there. If you want to go in for any reason and you want to specify specific folders, you can actually go in and say, okay, I want to do my desktop, I want to do my favorite. You're going to be able to specify if that's important to you. So I think, you know, that's a really nice feature as well. But this will actually go in and seek out and find everything. So I'm simply gonna start my backup right here. You start backup. It's searching and it says, hey, just wait a minute. It's hard at work finding your files. So it's found all of these new pictures right here, and it's going to back them all up without doing any duplicates. So that's it. That's the whole process. This is it doing its thing. Again, you can relax, enjoy yourself, have a cup of coffee, and all of the hard work is being taken care of for you. So when you do go to that computer technician, if your computer crashes, or you do buy that new computer and you wanna get all of your stuff onto the new computer, which is very daunting for a lot of people, you can say, I have a backup copy. You plug in your Picture Keeper Pro and you migrate all of your stuff to your new computer.
What if I want to take something off of my Picture Keeper that I don't want there anymore? Can I do that?
It's so easy to delete. Yeah, okay. Absolutely. You can view your files, you can delete. If you have a lot of files that you want to share with a loved one, bring your Picture Keeper Pro over to their house, plug it right in, and you're going to be able to select which photos you want to, or videos you want to save onto their computer. So this is a much easier way to share photos too than paying for one of those expensive file sharing services that a lot of us do. Right. But again, if you're thinking about upgrading to that new computer and you want it to be restored just like your old one, you plug in your Picture Keeper Pro and it'll copy everything over to the new computer.
Okay, and Laura, it's not just pictures. Like what if I love video or I love music?
It's all of that.
It's all of that.
It's all of that. So this is done, and it also even gives you a little option here to print if you want to. So really, really simple. Now this is gonna give me a synopsis of my backup that I just completed. It's showing me 0.1% of my space has been used because I backed up a few hundred and then about 71 just now.
So it tells you how much room it has.
So you know exactly how much space you have left, which is so cool, which is so convenient. You know, I love being able to do that. And then I'll show you too, you can go in and then this is where you look at all of your pictures if you want to be able to look at them, if you want to be able to, there's some Wolverine pictures. So these are old family photos that I had on my computer for years. So look at this. You can do a slideshow. You can select which ones you want to save onto a new computer so easily.
Or be able to share.
Or share, exactly.
Or be able to share. I love that you said that. I mean, look at this. It's almost like a deck of cards.
It's so sleek.
It's a little bit bigger than a deck of cards. But if you think about in natural disasters, hurricanes, tornadoes, flood, storms, snowstorms, and maybe you need to evacuate or you need to leave, you can take this with you because it has all of that important information, or you can put this directly into your safe. I mean, maybe this is financial documents that you have on your computer. Maybe it's immunizations that you have for your kids, that you have documents that are saved on your computer that you want to be able to have. So in that emergency, you're leaving, grab and go. One thing. You don't have to worry about running around the house grabbing computers. Hey, Lori, quick question.
Yeah.
What if I want to back up more than one computer? Can I do that?
You can back up every single computer in your entire household, and all of the computers will be kept separate. You saw those 3 folders I had on here?
So that was 3 different.
One was a Mac and 2 were PCs. Oh. So I just plugged this into the Mac computer. It instantly and immediately pops up with that really, really great that interface, which is really easy. Cool. Yep, absolutely. All you're doing is you're literally double clicking, and that is literally all there is to it right here on your Mac computer. So it's Mac, it's PC, it is everything. So it's really, really easy for you to be able to use. You simply double click it, it opens right up. You click it again, and that's literally all there is to it. So simple, simple, easy. And let me show you one more time. So here's what you're selecting. Robin said you care about pictures and videos. You can back up pictures, videos, all your documents.
So you can select each category?
Each category or all of them, and it'll do the whole thing. Music, what about that music you paid for and spent all that money on?
Kidding.
You wanna be able to download it, you wanna be able to save it in case your computer crashes. Facebook, your email attachments, it won't ever back up duplicates. And the great thing too is you're not dealing with the cloud. A lot of us don't understand the cloud.
No.
You're paying monthly for the cloud. Is it safe? Is it secure? Where is it? Did you lose your password and get locked out years ago? Yeah. Speaking for personal experience, that's what happened to me. This is tangible. It's in your hands.
Yes, you knew I was gonna say that. I do. I like knowing that everything's right here. It's not floating up in some cloud, right? Here's what's happening. This is like insurance for the photos, for your videos, for your documents, for your music. You have health insurance, you have car insurance, you have home insurance. What about all of the electronic important information that you have on your computer? If it crashes, if it gets stolen, think about kids who do schoolwork and then something happens and they're like, oh my gosh, I had a paper for a final exam and I lost it. That's why you back it up. So it's not just, I know it's called Picture Keeper, but it's so much more than that. And you don't have to drag and drop. You don't have to have software. This is plug and play. And we're taking $50 off, so you're saving there. And we have the 4 flexible payments of $37.50 with free shipping. And those 4 flex are only good until midnight tonight. So it's time sensitive in the price, in the flex pays to be able to get it at home. And that's why we say, go ahead and call that toll-free number. You can visit hsn.com. You can shop by our HSN mobile device or your mobile device on our HSN app. You can call the 800 number if you have shop by remote. Lots of great easy ways to shop. Always a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're new, shop with confidence. Love it or return it. That's the great thing.
Great thing. And we're including that adapter too. If you have that brand new fancy laptop that needs that C-type, we're including this. So your Picture Keeper Pro is future-proof. You're gonna love using this. It gives you great peace of mind. You know you always have that backup copy. And at a terabyte, it's 1,000 gigs. That's 320,000 photos. That could outdo you, maybe.
That could outdo me.
Yes. You need this.
I do need it. And especially at this price, it's on sale. I like a price break. Now, Lori's gonna be sticking with us. She's gonna get a little coffee and be back, or whatever her beverage of choice is, and come back and join us because we have our Lenovo Chromebook that is going to be coming up that I don't want you to miss with Lori, but we also have coming up is our Embassy 10-sheet micro-cut shredder with the safety software. Now, this to me is an essential for any home. I am all about shredding. You protect your identity, your security. We're gonna organize you. We're gonna declutter all that paperwork and stacks of bills and receipts. It's tax season. Did you know during tax season, 1 out of 7 of us will fall victim to identity theft? And it's much more rampant during tax season, and you're much more susceptible to identity theft. And that's why we need to shred and pulverize any of that information. That is still to come, 628-699, and that is the best price and the smallest footprint. Now, we're gonna continue on and we're gonna talk about a leading brand in telecommunications, and that's AT&T. And one of the things I think about when we talk about our smartphones, a lot of us have smartphones, and a lot of us, some of us still have landlines. I do. I think it's imperative in case of emergencies to have a landline. To me, when we look at this system from AT&T, it is a 4-handset, corded and cordless over here. So you have your corded here, and you're going to get 3 of your cordless handsets, all coming included with your smart call block system. Now it's $99.99. We're taking $20 off. This is the only company on the market from AT&T that actually pre-screened the smart call blocker. So whether it's solicitors, it's robocallers, this is going to pre-screen them before it even gets to you to annoy you and drive you crazy. It is an amazing system. It even has an answering system built in, no tapes. If you were thinking about like, when's the last time you actually upgraded your phone system? I bet it doesn't have DEC 6.0. And if it doesn't, I want you to sit and listen to this presentation and learn more, because you're gonna definitely wanna take advantage of this system, because with DEC 6.0, clarity, security, and range is a big deal without interference. Bill Duggan is joining us. He is gonna break this down, because Bill, I don't have to call the telephone company to come drop 3 additional lines in my master bedroom, in my bathroom, and an office. It's easy to do. It's easy to do, plug and play here.
And that's what AT&T, they want you to thrive. They want you to have better calls with family and friends, and we do love that telephone time, but we hate it when we can't get clarity, when we don't have better audio.
Or it's crackling and breaking.
Exactly. Or we want that upgrade, because I don't know if you noticed, we're actually offering you color choices too, which is important.
That's
right. So we actually have this nice silver finish, which is great. We have a champagne gold finish, which is another fun option.
Look at the rose gold.
And rose gold, which I gotta tell you. So we were setting this up, and one of the girls backstage said, ooh, rose gold, I like that. First question she asked, does it have call blocking?
Right.
Yes, it has call blocking. And not just at the base station, you can block a phone number at each one of your auxiliary handsets. But what only AT&T offers is progressive smart call blocking. And what that is exactly, so I'm gonna call the house right now. I'm gonna be that annoying telemarketer, and you know, it's the middle of the night, but I still wanna get you to sign up for an insurance plan or bother you or whatever. What you're noticing, it's ringing here.
Are being screened
it's
by
not ringing
blocker.
at the house.
Please
it's being blocked by
tone,
smart call blocker.
then press pound.
It's asking me to identify myself. It's Uncle Bill. A robocall cannot identify themselves, so it never gets through. If it's, you know, the uncle who calls every once in a while, and the cool part about this,
It's Uncle Bill.
when you know the phone is ringing, you know it's been pre-screened, so it's worth getting up and answering that telephone call.
Is that something I have to do to set that up,
Okay.
or how does that work?
AT&T makes the setup process very easily. Gives you actually a whole voice guide. I'll actually take you through it right over here on this system, so you can actually see our champagne. But what you, thank you, good catch. But what you'll notice, it takes you
This voice guide will assist you with the basic
takes you easily through the basic setup, how you want to block and screen the numbers. It can be any number not in the directory. It can be any number outside of your area code. So really you have user-friendly options. Pretty much the way it works is you have your directory. If it's a phone number in your directory, whether it's, you know, grandma, the school, the work, whomever, they don't have to go through that screening process. And, you know, say it's Uncle Bill, who you don't hear from except, you know, around Easter time or on St. Patrick's Day. And so if he calls, you add him to the directory. The first time he might get screened, but more importantly, it's all those robocalls. Do you know, that's one of the #1 complaints to the Federal Trade Commission are those unsolicited and warranted calls. And I gave this system to my mom, and we're setting up for Christmas, and, you know, we're all hanging around in the kitchen. And you know what she appreciated most? The house wasn't getting bothered with those robocalls.
It wasn't ringing incessantly.
And the thing is, we all appreciate that quiet and that peace of mind. So realize the base station. So you have a larger screen, larger phone number, our number pad, which is great, people appreciate. See, you can easily read what's coming in. I missed 3 calls, I have 3 new messages.
I don't have to squint or get my readers.
Exactly, you have all the buttons in terms of volume, easy to find, call block, built-in digital answering machine. One thing we don't always highlight, it is a corded phone. And why is that important? Have you ever lost power and then you haven't been able to charge your cell phone, or the cell towers are down? You have a backup and emergency system to place those telephone calls. The audio is more bold and vibrant and high definition. At the end of the day, that means it's a clearer call. You have DEC 6 connection. What does that mean? You have better range. So whether this is up in the master bedroom, maybe this one's out in the garage, maybe you have one out in the kids' room. By the way, this also interacts as an intercom system. And remember, if a call does get through, you can block it at each one of these handsets, not just the base station, but more importantly, it is not getting through in terms of those, you know, unwanted calls. Because this is what happens. It's the robocall. It's dinner time. Normally, it'd be bothering the house.
And this is ringing.
Are being screened by smart call blocker.
It's not bothering the house.
Please say your name after the tone.
Remember, a robocall cannot identify themselves. Those are always those calls where you're like, hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
And then it's like, oh, now I gotta go through this process. So it never rings the house. Only AT&T offers this.
And you know what, we talk a lot about the robocalls, and I don't know if this includes, but like the scams. There's a lot of scams out there. And like, I've been getting a lot of those on my phone. And I think that's smart for that as well.
And that's what we appreciate. See, you can see how it has that nice large screen. It tells me there's a call coming in, which is great. Oh, it went straight to voicemail. Let me turn up the volume.
I do. Just calling to see how your morning was going. Give me a call back, man.
That's Luana. We'll have to give her a call back.
We want to answer Luana.
And the thing is, built-in digital answer machine, which is peace of mind. I can get my messages, by the way, not just at the base station, but from any handset.
And there's 22 minutes of recording time,
22 minutes of record time. The call blocking list, 1,000 numbers.
Oh, that's a lot.
And the thing is, we've
I
offered...
I don't know that many people.
Oh, but guess what? The companies know you.
Yes,
Actually,
that's
here's this
true.
statistic. So we all have heard of the do not call list, right?
Yes.
So in January, when the government shut down, there were 5 billion calls placed during the January month because the do not call book wasn't enforced because the government shut down. And the thing is, you want to be progressive and be smart. You want to upgrade not to get those unwanted calls.
You want to outsmart that.
And that's just it.
This is the way you do it. And the cool thing is yes, you get the base that's corded, but you also get 3 that are cordless. So you could put this in a master bedroom, in a playroom, in the baby's room, in the office.
Completely.
And the great thing is these are just plug into any normal electrical outlet. You don't actually need a telephone line to be dropped, which can be very costly. Now you can also expand this system up to 12 handsets, right, Bill?
Easily and convenient to do that.
That's a lot.
And that's a lot of range, that's a lot of versatility, because some people use these just for the home office. I mean, I got this system for my mom because, you know, we inherited grandma's house, which came with grandma's phone number, and we have to admit, whenever the landline rang, we never answered it because we knew it was a solicitation, because everyone else had our cell phones or our old numbers when we came into the new house. That's why this smart call blocking, it's peace of mind. I showed you how easy it is to set up. So not everyone has to be screened, because if it's already in your directory, it rings the house like normal. But if it's that unwanted number, that bothersome number, it gets pre-blocked, pre-screened, so you don't get bothered with it.
Yeah.
And only AT&T offers this. If a call does happen to get through and you don't want them, you can still block them.
Still block it.
1,000 entries, you can
What if I want
unblock
to
them.
unblock? Yeah, that's what I was
You
going
can
to
easily
ask you.
unblock, so
Okay.
all of a sudden you're best friends again with your sister. And you're like,
Or that
"Oh,
boyfriend you decided you like
Exactly.
again.
It's been long enough. We could do that. Another reason why I like this system is because we are going into, you know, wind and tornado season and all that, ice on the power lines. I've just unplugged our landline. So what does that mean? There is no power to our system. Sure, we might not get all the functionality, but at the end of the day, if we need to call someone and let them know, we're fine, yeah, we don't have power, but we're good. We got, you know, the fireplace going, so we easily can still be connected. So with even no power and with a corded handset, guess what? Hello? Luana, did you just leave a message? Yeah. Luana, can you do me a favor? Say hi to everyone at home.
Hey, everybody.
Oh, hey, everybody.
Can you, I mean, that's peace of mind. And that's another reason why I got it for my mom. Not to mention, it was a cleaner system because she had that system in the kitchen with the marinara sauce and the numbers.
And the makeup all over the phone, right?
Well, yeah, she actually, in her bedroom on her handset.
Yeah.
And that's where you just
My mom's is like
upgrade
that.
and nice, clean audio, which really comes down to
And you
hearing
just
better too.
have to choose three colors. So you have the silver, it's your classic silver with the black. That's very modern and sleek. Then you have a little bit more glamorous in these two options because you have your gold. So it's gonna be your gold tone, which we're calling champagne. And this is a softer, more muted champagne. And then you also have here, we're looking at your rose gold. So that's your rose gold option. The system itself is really advanced. I mean, if you have it, not in advanced that it's hard to use, advanced in the features, meaning that it's feature rich. You have your caller ID, you have call blocking, you have that pre-screening system that's all built in. They're all interlinked together. So if you want to pick up one phone to maybe your hubby or your children in another room and say dinner's ready, instead of having to scream between all of them, you can telecommunicate, which is really great. And it's so simple to be able to do that with the answering system all built in at $99.99. We're taking $20 off, free shipping, and 4 flexible payments of $25 to get this at home. So Bill, what are you showing us now? Is that our phone?
The screen is larger so people can easily see it. You mentioned the intercom system. So when you can see the screen and see the calls, it's easy to find everything. Even the buttons are bigger and larger. They're all backlit and illuminated. Same thing on the handsets. You can easily see what's going on. The biggest value, and you talked about the technology, AT&T I don't know if you can see that too. That's the difference between the champagne and the silver. AT&T makes it easy to set up, whether it's the call blocking or the answering system. But with that call blocking, you will not be bothered, annoyed.
No more nuisances.
Yeah, and only AT&T does that pre-screening. Normally it has to call and bother you, and then you block it.
So new and exclusive here at HSN, it's 654371 is your item number, free shipping, 4 flexible payments. Don't forget our HSN Protection Plus is available, 24/7 customer service, no deductibles, hassle-free protection. We also Bill is gonna be sticking with us with one more item. We have our Embassy Shredder to protect your identity and security and help you declutter all that paperwork. But we're gonna check in with the Beekman boys because they're gonna be sharing with you what's coming up on HSN.
We use goat milk because we had it, and that's how our company started. But what we learned over the years is how beneficial goat milk is, not only for the skin, but for your body.
Goat milk adds moisture to your skin. It's really the most amazing ingredient.
People really do notice the hydration of their skin. The farm to skin difference only with Beekman 1802.
About one less thing with our Protection Plus plans at HSN. Computers, printers, cameras, fitness equipment, even jewelry can be covered with a plan that offers repair or replacement should something go wrong. And portable electronics feature accidental damage from handling, which covers unintentional mishaps like everyday drops, spills, and cracked screens. Shop smart and protect your purchase. It's easy to add when you're checking out. Search Protection Plus at hsn.com for more details.
Good morning, everyone. I'm your host, Robin Wall, and I was just telling my producer that this is one of my favorite items in the sense that I believe every home should have a shredder. Why do I believe that? Because I've had identity theft. I've had someone take my information and use it against, and go and do things that it wasn't me. And then I had to spend all that time and going back and tracking and staying on the phone and sending emails and sending pictures of documentation. And I'm telling you, it was a pain in the derriere. It was so frustrating. And that's why I always say, when you talk about your peace of mind, your security, your identity, you need to secure it by shredding and pulverizing your documents that no dumpster diver, no one can take your information and try to steal it. Did you know 1 out of 7 of us, there are 7 of us in the studio, 7 of us probably even in the control room, 1 out of every 7 people will fall victim to identity theft. Think about that. That is staggering when you think about how little it takes to protect yourself in just getting a great shredder. And we're not talking about any shredder. Here's what the FTC says. There are many steps consumers can take to minimize their risk of being an identity theft victim. For example, consumers should closely guard their social security numbers and shred charge receipts, copies of their credit card applications, and other sensitive documents. That's not me saying that. I agree with that, but it's not me. It's the Federal Trade Commission. It's a powerful statement. And as I said, this is an easy, simple step all of us can do. We have one of the smallest footprints that we are doing from Embassy. Embassy is a leader in the industry. They are #1 here at HSN. They are customer picks, every single one of the units. And this is one of the smallest footprints, newly upgraded little chassis here. And it's at $109.99 on price break with 4 flexible payments of $27.50. Free shipping on all our electronics this morning. This is the marble. I love the marble.
Isn't it nice?
It's so sleek. It looks like a marble granite top. It would be great in your kitchen for when you bring all that mail in just to dump it in there. So this is your marble. And then look how fun and fashionable down here in the front is your paisley. So here is your paisley. You have your fire engine or candy apple red. That's Shannon Smith red. Then we have this evergreen. I like this evergreen. That's very sophisticated. If you have like an office that has like cherry wood or leather furniture, just hardwood floors, that'd be really sleek and updated. Then you have your purple, which is a little bit more fun and sassy, your silver, your rose gold, your blue, and that piano black is the final option. But Bill, we're talking about microcut, and that's the latest. If you have an older edition, like strip shredding, we want you to upgrade this morning.
You need to upgrade because, Robin, you set it up perfectly. Our identity, I mean, that's the keys to our credit score. That's the keys to lower interest rates, and it's just simply having a proper shredder for the first line of defense. So we've redesigned this one. It has a nice sloped finish. Why is that important? The feeding slot is in the front. It's not buried in the back, so it's always within reach. You have that nice large peekaboo window, so you see when the bin gets filled up, or actually one reviewer, she called it instant gratification. So you can see what happens. Actually, there's even a light inside on this one. And instead of taking the lid off anymore, I just take this pull-out drawer, take it out to the trash, and you mentioned microcut. This is what microcut is. So if you've not been familiar with it, look at how fine and how small this shred is. And what's important about this, it's so fine and small, you can't piece it back together. You can't tell me what is what. And more importantly, you're not shredding with something like this from the 70s. This is strip cut. And if you still have that, you know what, it's better than nothing, but this can easily be pieced back together. But with microcut, it is unidentifiable. So realize you walk away with microcut, with our unit being that perfect size for any home office, any dorm room. It's just great to use and to have. But it goes through 10 pages at a time. So I'm feeding in 1 or 2 at a time over here. I'm not being delicate about it because I don't got time for that. By the way, tax season, 49% of all identity theft happens right now during tax season. That's half.
Staggering.
And the thing is, you think about it, it's the stuff coming in the mail, it's the stuff we're printing off the computer, it's the stuff that we're unpacking because we got to look at last year's taxes. Have you ever gotten stuff with staples, or you found stuff with staples in a file? I didn't remove the staples. This can go through staples, plastic, credit cards, the junk mail. That's why 10 sheets is also important. Have you ever gotten those credit card offers?
Yes.
And it's that nice, big, thick padded envelope? And you're like, oh, I have to open this up. They actually pad those envelopes with return address envelopes, with advertisements, so you do have to open them up.
Oh.
But when you have the power to go through 10 pages and staples and all that, you just feed it. And the more you use it, the less likely you're gonna be that victim of identity theft. And that's why the color is important, because yes, you might find microcut out there somewhere else. You won't find this slope design. You won't find the colors anywhere else. And one thing I want you to also think about, we're talking about identity theft, but all this stuff that I'm going through and shredding, I've been holding on to it. It's been on my kitchen counter. It's been in a drawer. I'm getting rid of the clutter. A lot of us are all about tidying up. it does feel good.
Yes.
Because we get that counter space back. Also, one thing I like about this design is, you know, we have smaller and smaller home offices, or we make do, you know, move it into the bedroom. This is dual purpose, if you ask me. With the bin right here, I like to use it as a waste bin. So if I'm throwing away a wrapper, if I'm throwing away something, I can use it that way. But when I need to shred, I shut the drawer and I start to shred.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine this, a rose gold shredder, and maybe your home office is in your bedroom. That would be perfect decor. But more importantly, it's effective at protecting your identity.
And that's the biggest thing. I mean, honestly, that peace of mind, that security, that knowledge and knowing that you are protected, that someone can't steal your information. I mean, my husband always teases me because I always want to believe the best in everybody, that no one is ill-intentioned, no one is going to steal my identity, no one's out to hurt me.
Right.
But, you know, unfortunately in this world, it just isn't that way. And if you can take a small little tiny step to protect your information, to shred that information, Embassy is always #1, always the top leader. And honestly, this is something that all those confidential documents is virtually shredded into little particles. There is nothing that can be pieced together to be able to be seen. I was talking to Bill last time we had a shredder from Embassy, and I said, you know, we had a lot of health issues last year, and I said we had a lot of like hospital bills, hospital documentation, paperwork, and I said, you know what, honestly, it was like it was piling up on our kitchen counter, and then we had company come over, and it's like, I just took my arm, I know I shouldn't tell this, but it's the truth. I got like a little bin basket, and I just took it and slid it and dumped it in there, and then shoved it in the corner, and then it just stared at me in my office, like just sitting there to be shredded.
Well, no joke, we literally are getting buried alive by some of the stuff that comes into our homes, and we can't stop what comes in, but we can stop what goes out, and that's why this is the first line of defense, because, you know, yes, we got investment planning, we got tax season coming up, there's medical records, and that's why that quote from the Federal Trade Commission is so important, because it says other sensitive documents. And I used to say it's every household has a different other, but it's actually every individual. Like, you know, maybe it's schoolwork, maybe it's buying a new car, maybe it's something. And the thing is, you want to shred that information. And if you're shredding with something from the 70s, I mean, they're right there. Shred your charge receipts, shred credit applications, and other sensitive documents. But if you're shredding and protecting your identity with 40-year-old technology, gotta tell you, they figured it out.
Or what if you're just still ripping? Like maybe you don't even have a shredder, and you're like, Robin, I don't even know what strip shredding is, or whatever. What's this one?
We'll show you. So this is strip shred, and the thing is that strip shred we've talked about in terms of being around from the 70s. It's a 30-piece puzzle. We've all seen it. But if you look at just one little piece of strip shred, that is someone's identity. That's a little bit of information, goes a long way, and they figured it out how to piece it back together. So you're asking what this one was. This is crosscut, so it's a little bit of a smaller footprint, which is good, but I gotta tell you, this has been around long enough that even that has been able to be put back together, and there's actually a current court case going on right now where they're talking about they went to a legal office and they pulled all the shred and they pieced it back together. This is what you have. This is microcut. It's so fine and small that they cannot piece it back together. One thing you have to realize, you're virtually being protected, or literally being protected with the shred, but we're also throwing in software. And so the software actually protects you virtually. Because, you know, we also get buried with stuff on our computer. So it's a way to back up your hard drive, clean up your hard drive, defend your hard drive. And this one is so timely. A way to help you manage and protect your identity on social media.
Oh, we need that.
Right? Have you been online and it's like, oh, confirm this is your Facebook account with your phone number. That's more of your information. So with this shredder, and one of the biggest reasons why it's a customer pick.
And you get that coming for like nothing extra.
Exactly.
I
So
mean,
you're virtually
included.
protected digitally, and then literally on the printed page you're protected.
And then Bill, while you do that, I just want to remind everybody, if you're just tuning in, this is always a top seller from Embassy. This is a 10-sheet micro-cut shredder.
Right.
It comes included with that safety software Bill was just talking about. There is the piano black. So we have many exclusive colors here. Piano black. We have it in your blue. We have it in your rose gold, your purple, your silver, a deep evergreen. I like this green a lot.
Right.
And then we have that fire engine red, candy apple red, your paisley at the end. And down here is probably my all-time new favorite option that our team has added along with Embassy is this marble finish. I think this in a kitchen, it would be beautiful, because how many times you go out to the mailbox and come back and you're like, oh, I'll shred it later and pull out what you want. And then your countertop gets bombarded with all of that old mail that you need to shred, but you just haven't done it.
And that's where it becomes a chore.
It does become a chore. But you know what? I find shredding actually very therapeutic. Like, it's something I love to like sit down and just shred, like paper after paper after paper. But then how many times do you have that old shredder that it starts to smoke, or it starts to smell, or it jams up, and then you're like, oh, I've got to go buy a new printer, and they're so or not a printer, a new shredder, and it's so expensive. Guess what? Embassy, they don't burn out.
No.
I mean, these are powerful, strong units. And you said Embassy makes every 1 out of every 4?
1 in 4 shredders in the marketplace.
And that's impressive.
Think of it this way, like we love our customer reviews, and we're not talking about, you know, fashion or jewelry and beauty tips. We're talking about a piece of office equipment that does its job. It has one job. I mean, we love our little smart devices that do a lot of different things. This is just supposed to shred, and you see what happens right before your eyes. You get that great satisfaction. And look at this example. Here's one piece of paper, I cut a corner, right? Look how much space that one piece takes up versus how many we have just pulverized. And you know what, there are dumpster divers out there, and once you put it out the curb, it's fair game. But have you ever had a windy night or your garbage can gets knocked over? So now your paycheck stub is in the neighbor's yard. Medical information, cell phone records. But you know what, as you said, Robin, I like leave mine out because it's true. I find a document, I'm like, I don't need it anymore. I've scanned it, I've stored it, or whatever. Or it is the junk mail. It's like, oh, don't need this credit card offer. Don't hold on to it. Just shred it, forget it, and get the satisfaction of seeing it being done. And also the worst thing about identity theft, most of us don't know it's happened until it's too late.
It's so true. Yeah. So take advantage, peace of mind, security, declutter, get organized, come on.
Do it all.
I do it all in one purchase, which is fantastic. Bill, thank you for being here.
Pleasure. Good morning.
Always so much fun.
Good to see you.
I know, good to see you too. All right, we also have our HSN Protection Plus. If you haven't heard about it, it is available on hsn.com. Hassle-free protection 24/7, no deductibles, and it's a great way to protect your investment, your electronics, and that is available. But coming up next, we have our Lenovo Chromebook. If you want slim, sleek, fast, powerful experience, stay tuned. It's coming up next.
The appraised values you see at HSN are set by independent, professionally certified appraisers. They determine, as closely as possible, the approximate retail cost of replacing or recreating the item, not the possible sell or purchase price. Because subjective estimates and judgments are involved, appraisals may vary by as much as 25%. Call your customer service rep for more information.
Good morning, I'm your host, Robin Wall, or good evening, whichever way it's working for you, which coast you're on. But I'm your host, Robin, and it's a pleasure to have you join me here on HSN. We are talking about the download on electronics. We're making it simple, easy for you to understand, get top of the line name brands in the industry like Lenovo. When we talk about slim, sleek, powerful, it is an incredible opportunity to get an experience that is user-friendly but powerful enough to get the job done. Oh, look, there I am. There's two of me. That may just be a little bit too much.
Oh, Robin is better. More Robin is better.
That's so sweet. Deke, that was very funny. He said we hit a wall. Get it? Robin Wall. I didn't come up with that. Deke did. We're going to give him
Jokes
credit.
are funnier when you have to explain them.
That's so funny. Oh my goodness. All right, well, let's talk about this Chromebook, because as Lori is showing you right now, it is so feather lightweight, and we're talking about the partnership with Lenovo and Google, where you are getting included built-in virus protection. No setup needed. It is so slim, so sleek, built-in 10-hour battery life. There is nothing you're gonna want for, except when you go look at this price. It was at retail for $406.50. We are down to $249.99 on today's special 2 pricing. Plus we're going to include additional software, and we're going to include, it is 64 gigs of built-in memory, but if you need to expand that, we're including that micro SD card, or the SD card, that's going to be an additional 32 gigs coming included. So right out of the box, you're gonna be raring to go and have fun, especially if that college student, if you're just looking for something that you wanna be able to take with you on the go because it's so lightweight. lightweight, this is the perfect way to do that. But Lori is here. She's gonna break this down. She's our electronic expert. Lori, for those of us who've not heard of Lenovo, can you give us a little backstory there before we dive in deeper?
Absolutely, one of the world leaders when it comes to computer manufacturers. I've owned a Lenovo for many years now, and it's super, super high-end, beautifully crafted and created, and it doesn't break the bank. So all the things that we love about our electronics. And this happens to be a Chromebook. So this is something we actually bought for my parents a couple of years ago, and it's been life-changing technology for them because you have all the things that you're looking for in a laptop computer, including speed, simplicity, and security. So you will never, ever, ever have to buy antivirus protection for this computer ever for life. So no maintenance. Exactly. No fees, no costs going forward. And look at the big, bright, beautiful screen here. So this is a 14-inch screen, high definition screen, and look, anti-glare. So we're in this super bright studio with tons of lights and illumination, no glare at all, virtually edge-to-edge screen. And one of the things you're gonna love so much about a Chromebook and this Chrome operating system, totally different operating system from PC and from Mac, there's virtually no learning curve at all whatsoever. You log in one time, all of your stuff is here. This computer could fall in a lake. You could lose it, break it, steal, you know, somebody could steal it. You could purchase another one, log back in, and all of your stuff is there. So it's really, really easy to use, totally seamless.
Because of Google?
It's because of Google, yeah.
Okay.
So you have unlimited storage of your photos. You need to think about this, Robin, with Google, with your Google Photos. So that's a free account, and you can store free all of your photos forever. And whenever you log into any computer, any phone, all of your pictures are there automatically. So you don't have to worry about clogging up the hard drive space.
Right. My husband says that to me all the time, that he thinks that's why our computers are so slow.
Yeah, of course.
It's because of all those photos that I have. So that's why having the Chromebook with Google, that really kind of frees up that space.
It does free up the space. And the other thing that's really remarkable about it too, and you're talking about your computer being slow, this computer will never slow down. It boots up in 15 seconds, and that's from a cold start. You turn it on, it starts up instantly and immediately. And I'll tell you what, Google actually started with 25 seconds. They weren't happy with it. So they increased the speed to 15 seconds from a cold boot up. And then I can close.
Time is precious.
I know, right? I can close the lid on this, open up the lid, look, it's completely and totally turned off, and we're back to instantaneously streaming that video content in 1 second. So you can open this up and be computing in 1 second. So this isn't that type of computer like a Mac or PC. A few years down the road, you start to realize, oh wow, this computer is really sluggish. It's really slow. It really needs to be replaced. This is always the most fresh, up-to-date operating system because Google is in the background keeping it the latest version. So you will always have the fastest laptop. This never slows down, Robin. And like you said, time is precious.
It is.
We want to be able to do things faster. This is the way to do it.
And perfect. And we're kind of going to dive in deeper for everyone to show you all the fun things you're going to be able to do. But if you want to be able to multitask, if you want to be able to have something that's going to keep up with you, but that's not going to weigh you down, this weighs 3.3 pounds.
Isn't that crazy?
If you're, yeah, it really is lightweight. If you travel a lot, this is fantastic. I think if you have a college student, if you just maybe own your own business, you want to have something that can go with you on the go when you are working, this is fantastic. And keep in mind, we're taking $100 off with our today's special 2 pricing. Plus you're getting those 5 flexible payments of $50, free shipping and handling to get it at home. Read the customer reviews. This is a customer pick on hsn.com. And we're doing something extra, Lori, where you get, I know you know, of course, not a 1-year warranty, but a 2-year warranty, which has been extended with the lovely partnership of Lenovo. So you can have that option.
And then you're also getting an app pack. And do you know what this includes? This is incredible. I just realized this also comes with 1 year of tech support. If you have any questions, any problems with your brand new Chromebook, in addition to a few other really cool titles as well, you're getting 1 year of technical support.
That's a big deal.
And I'll tell you what, my dad, you know, he is a highly intelligent individual. Bless him. He used to click on things on his computer, download a virus, a pop-up would come up. He would get so incredibly frustrated with a PC computer.
Dad, I feel you.
Oh my gosh, right? It happens to all of us. But I got him a Chromebook because I wanted him to exist in an environment where viruses can't live. They can't be downloaded onto your computer when you have a Chromebook.
to worry
You don't have to. And here's what Google really realized, and I'll take you into my computer because I want to show you my Chromebook. They realized that, hey, virtually everything we're doing is online these days anyway. So they have built in a 2-antenna system into this computer.
What does that 2-antenna mean?
It simply means that you're always instantly and easily connected to Wi-Fi. Look at this quad-core processing power. So I have multiple programs open at the same time, which is really exciting. The other neat thing is you have Google Play built in. So if you have that phone or that tablet where you want to be able to go into the Google Play Store and download apps and games, you're going to be able to do that on your brand new Chromebook. And let me show you how easy it is to use. There's a little dot in your lower left-hand corner. You simply touch it. That's going to pull up all of your favorite applications, the apps on your computer that you've been using the most. You simply touch this arrow right here with your mouse, and this is going to open up every single program that you have downloaded on here. And I'll tell you what, you've got Google Sheets on here. So
you've got Google Maps.
You have Google Maps on there, Google Photos that stores all of your photographs, unlimited forever. So you never have to worry about clogging up the space on your brand new computer. The really cool thing about all of the Google services is the fact that you don't have to spend money on expensive documents or expensive Word programs. You're going to be able to do all the different things that you want to do very, very easily right here on your brand new Chromebook. And I'll show you how easy it is. So I'm checking my email with one tab. Here I'm doing my YouTube. I can watch my YouTube videos right here. But Google Docs, this is something that's preloaded. So if you want to, instead of doing a expensive word processing program that you would have to download and pay for, you can use Google Docs for that. You can use Google Sheets. Maybe you want to do a PowerPoint presentation or an Excel style spreadsheet. You can do all of those things within these Google applications, and they're all free. And they're already here. Do you like that? It's so cool. And then Google Photos, this is where you keep all of your photographs, so you can go through and do your great slideshow of everything you might be taking pictures of. And then are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, webcam. Here we go.
Oh, okay.
Hi, everybody. So you've got a built-in webcam that's beautiful. Let's get crazy. Are you ready? Because you can have so much fun with this. I mean, you can keep in touch with
hours?
people.
Oh, there's...
It's so scary. That's crazy. But look at this. Look at this, some of the... Okay, that's really weird. Look at some of the fun you can have. There's Robin. I don't know what's happening. I love it. I love Robin so much.
That made me dizzy.
Now we're upside down. I mean, but look at the fun that you can... Oh, wow, that's really weird,
crazy.
too. Yeah.
Ooh, we're digitizing. Peace out.
Anyway, all the fun things that you're going to be able to do with your brand new Lenovo. It's a full-featured laptop, but what makes it so cool and so unique is the fact that you're not worried about viruses. It's always lightning fast, and it brings together everything you care about, and you don't have to do any of the work so that you can have all of the fun. You don't have to worry about getting off track or getting that virus. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. It's just such a fun way for you to have a full-featured computer at a very, very reasonable price.
Right.
And you were talking about it earlier. The reason your computer is probably so slow is because it's all bogged down with all of those.
The music, the document, the pictures.
Hundreds of thousands of pictures.
Yeah, I know, it's ridiculous.
And you probably have a hard drive, right?
Yes.
This has a solid state drive. So
how is that
it,
different from the hard drive?
Okay, so a typical hard drive spins. So it's like going from a gas car to an electric car when you upgrade to a Chromebook. A gas car, obviously, the engine has to move in order for the car to move. And that rotation of the hard drive, it's got to rotate about 5,000 times a minute to be able to access your information. So that means moving parts are involved. There has to be a fan to then cool that engine so it burns hot. Yeah, it has a hotter feel to it. And it's noisy.
Heavier.
And there's more that could break. And it's very heavy. This has a solid state drive. So it basically has a built-in SD card, no moving parts to possibly break.
Right.
Plus, you can extend the memory with the memory card that we're also including for you, or you can add more memory at any time. So memory is never an issue, but the beauty is it's quieter, less that could potentially break.
It really is.
And it's 3.3 pounds, like you said. Do you know the battery life here? 10 hours. I mean, it's remarkable. And let me show you one more time. You want to access information on your Chromebook, you're a student, you want to do anything in your life. Nobody wants to wait. This went from a cold start, well, this was actually still on, but it closed and went dark and came back up in 1 second. You can go from a cold start to completely on in 15 seconds.
And you said they started with how much?
At Google, they had first tested their first models and they would boot up in about 25 seconds. The team at Google is like,
fast to me.
Not fast enough. And it's always getting faster in the background because the team at Google with this Chrome operating system, they're always sending fresh updates to it. So you're getting a computer that gets better over time, unlike every other computer out there that gets worse and slows down and eventually has to be replaced. My parents have already had theirs for a couple of years and it's still just as fast as the day we bought it.
So don't be afraid of that Chrome operating system.
It's easy.
It really is. And then the fact that you think that you're getting that Total Tech premium support, plus you're getting all those extras and the software and apps, that is awesome. Total Tech support. So you get this at home and you think you want to set up a printer to be able to print with it. Or maybe you have a question about how Google works or how to download an app, whatever it may be. I'm not sure what it may be, but if you come across it, you can call that Total Tech support for 1 year and you get that additional help that you may need. Remember, it's 3.3 pounds. You don't have to also worry that it's going to be heavy, it's going to be hot, it's going to take forever to start up. And my biggest thing, I'm always forgetting to renew my antivirus.
Sure.
You do not have to worry about that. That virus, that protection is already built into the system. It is so hard for me to wrap my brain around that I feel like I have to ask Lori again, really?
Really, no antivirus ever needed for your brand new Chromebook, ever.
At $249.99.
This computer doesn't speak virus. It doesn't speak the language. And it's really interesting. I was talking to a friend the other day who said that the folks at Google had a contest, okay? And they put it out there to all the tech folks. If you can download a program onto a Chromebook, basically these are probably the best hackers in the world, then you let us know. And no one could do it. And then within a 3-year period, one guy was able to get one program onto Chromebook, so he won the contest, but basically he's now a Google employee. This is the only person that was ever able to get anything onto a Chromebook that wasn't supposed to be there. I mean, that just speaks to how incredible this environment is for you to be able to go online, stream movies, do everything that you want to be able to do. Right, but you never worry about, like my dad was always on edge. He was gonna click something and download that virus onto your computer, right? You've been there, it's daunting. You don't want to ruin your computer, and it's easily done these days.
Freezes up, or you do something, and then you're like, like me in my house, I'm like, Patrick, that's my husband, and I'm always like, and he's like, oh no,
tech support.
How can I help you? And he doesn't get paid extra for it. But the funny thing is like, if you get this, you don't have to worry about that. And if you did have a question for up to a year, you have that Total Tech support. You have a 10-hour battery life, built-in virus protection, so you have a virus-free environment. I love how you said that, Lori. Virus-free environment. That means worry-free enjoyment. You use this, you click, you have fun, whether it's music, videos, game. Can I do games on here?
You can do games. You can do anything you want on here. You can go online. You can do everything. And I just want to take you on a quick tour. So beautiful texture to the case here. You've got that Google Chrome logo right there. We love this 14-inch high definition screen, basically edgeless and completely glare-free. So if you are a student, if you are using this, by a window, in a plane, in that environment where glare is an issue, you never worry about it here. Again, 1 second from being off to instantly streaming back onto your media content because of the dual antenna system. So 2 antennas make sure that you are connected to Wi-Fi at all times. We don't want interference. You don't want to worry about walls or the refrigerator interfering with your Wi-Fi. That's why there are 2. Most computers out there, they only have 1. So Lenovo and Google Chrome really find it important to have that second antenna and go to the extra expense to put it in here. Let me show you a couple of the ports over here on the other side. So you're getting a USB port right here. This is where you're going to plug in your printer if you want to be able to plug it in, or any of your peripheral devices. You have HDMI. So if you want a screen mirror, if you want to plug this into your large TV and mirror your Chromebook screen, you can absolutely do that. It's so easy. Here's your SD card slot. So this is where you pop in the extra 32 gigs or any other SD card that you happen to have. This will accommodate. This even has a brand new C-type adapter. So we've been talking about a lot of those, a lot of new new laptops and phones have been upgraded to have that C-type adapter. So that adapter simply means you'll be able to plug in any of those devices as well, making this totally future-proof. It's constantly being updated in the background, so you always have a fresh new operating system. We all know if you've been a PC user in the past, you have to pay for those operating system upgrades typically, and they can be hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And usually we just throw up our hands and say, well, I gotta get a new computer,
because
right?
you feel like you just have to.
But
There's
these
no other
shouldn't
option.
be, exactly, these shouldn't be disposable.
Right.
That's where the Google team came in and said, we're gonna keep it up to date for you.
So this
we're
is
gonna
like
pay to do it.
This is like a new way of thinking.
Totally different way of thinking. But if you do a lot online, a Chromebook really makes so much sense because it's all about checking email and watching movies and playing games and, you know, seeing what's out there in the world, communicating with friends and family, using the webcam. That's what you can do with a Chromebook.
So you're getting that speed, you're getting that simplicity, and you're getting security, the 3 S's, right? So speed, so you know it's going to be fast because it's from Google. You have that no setup whatsoever. You have that fast start time, so the moment you open your laptop and turn it on, it's gonna start in 15 seconds. So time is precious, money is precious, right? You're working from home and you need to get on and send an email or shoot something off. You're not waiting on something spinning and spinning. Security is always number one, always important. The fact that you have that that you have a virus-free protection. When you get on here, you can click and do whatever it is you choose and you don't have to worry. 14 inches of high definition. Even for me, Lori, 10-hour battery life.
10-hour battery life.
10-hour battery life.
Isn't that amazing?
You can fly to California, you can go maybe to Europe. You don't have to worry about it.
You don't have to worry about it. And I think yours is a little bit more dim, so you can actually change the settings on that. I just wanted to show. So mine is quite a bit brighter, but you can adjust it. So obviously you're computing and operating at night. You want to lower that down, you can absolutely do that. Look at how beautiful the visual is here though on that high definition screen. So pretty. And again, super fast. Boots up completely cold from being turned totally off in 15 seconds. And this was just shut down, but look how it went completely black on the screen and is up, connected to the internet and streaming right from the spot where it left off in 1 second. We love that. Super lightweight, you mentioned it, 3.3 pounds, so you can just throw this in a bag. It's so easy to carry along with you. Beautiful edge-to-edge screen that is so simple and easy to see. Doesn't speak the language of viruses, so this computer will never, ever catch a virus. You never have to download any sort of virus protection or spend any money on that. Yeah, because we know a lot of those virus protection, the really good ones out there, they cost a lot of money and you have to renew. Yes, constantly. So you're constantly throwing money at it. This is an environment where viruses cannot live. So there's no virus that can possibly get on your Chromebook, which is pretty incredible. The other thing is that simplicity. So it's really easy to use. You have your little touchpad right here. You also have a full-size keyboard. So although this is a 14-inch laptop, you're not sacrificing anything. It makes it really easy for you to type. The touchpad is really simple to use as well. See the size of that? And again, really great computer, especially for this price. I cannot encourage you enough. If you've ever been burned in the past by, you know, computers that just had a lot of problems and you felt like you were always working on them.
Heavy.
This has changed my parents' life. They love Chromebook.
I hope you're trying it today. We invite you to call in. You can also shop by your smartphone. You get this at home. We have 5 flexible payments of $50. If you don't absolutely fall in love when you get it home, send it back. Peace of mind. You don't love it? Pop that little return label on it and send it back, and we will refund that money. You are also going to get an additional 32 gig SD card. So this is 64 gigs of that memory, but guess what? If you need a little bit more, no problem. We're including that. Then we're also including additional apps, and we're including that 1 year of total tech support. So that's fantastic. That comes included, and you're getting an extra year. So that means a 2-year warranty. Typically on the Chromebook, you'd get 1. Lenovo is offering 2. So that is an incredible partnership. No virus protection needed on this. Viruses cannot live on this. So this is that virus-free environment, simplicity, elegance, ease, compact, portable, everything you're gonna love about this at the best price. We're taking $100 off. Lori, honestly, if someone is, because sometimes I think we get nervous about trying something new in the sense of like we're used to different operating systems. But in the sense of Chrome and Google, like top of the line here.
Oh my gosh.
And user friendly.
Very, very easy. And because of all the Google services, don't be afraid. Google Pictures, that's gonna be the way to back up every picture you've ever taken ever, and it's unlimited free storage forever.
So that's not slowing my...
No, because it's not on your computer. That's a cloud-based service, but it simply means you can log in on your phone or any tablet and access the same pictures from anywhere.
And
so
I don't
that's nice.
pay for that?
You're not paying for that. Google Photos is free.
Free
with
this purchase.
It's really good.
I say call in, try it, give it a try. You have nothing to lose but pure enjoyment. Work, play, anywhere in between. It is feather light weight, 3.3 pounds. I know we're wrapping up on this, but this will continue to be on hsn.com, our today's special too. If you're just tuning in, you can check it out on hsn.com, and you can also click on the little video if you're just kind of waking up or checking into HSN and you missed out on the whole presentation. It is on hsn.com. So 652637 is your item number. It is a customer pick. Read those reviews while you're there. I say try it.
I do too. I'm a tech
excited.
support.
I'm gonna seriously think about this.
You should think about it.
Especially for the pictures.
Oh my gosh, you with all of your photos, you really should. It's a great idea. And then can you imagine being able to access every picture from everywhere you are?
That would be
That's
amazing.
really good. That's Google Photos. It's built right in.
Lori, thank you for hanging out with
Thank
me
you.
all morning.
I loved
I
it.
adore you so much.
You
Thank you for
too.
being
Love you,
here. She
girl.
is so smart, isn't she? We learn so much when she's here. All right, here's our AT&T 4-piece handset corded and cordless phone system with the smart call blocking system. This is the only system in the market from AT&T that actually pre-screens the call blocking system. So this is super advanced DEX 6.0 for security, clarity, and range, free shipping, and 4 flexible payments with $20 off. So thank you so much for shopping with me this morning. I will see you tomorrow. I believe I'm on it too, I think. But anyway,